powerful eclipses in the next couple of months in Leo and Aquarius, and these are the people who are most dramatically affected. So, Catalina, you are a Virgo sun, and that gives you tremendous energy to be, you're out to purify your soul. You can be very self-critical. You demand perfection from yourself and others, and you really are a humble servant. You want to help other people. That's a genuine part of who you are. I don't doubt it for a second. Very interesting is your Gemini moon. The moon in the birth chart is your soul, your emotions, your habit patterns, your most overwhelming need. Now, because you have the moon in Gemini, it's a little different from your Virgo sun, because the Virgo sun wants all the details. You want to dot every I, you want to cross every T. But that Gemini moon, on the other hand, is interested in 10 different subjects at once. You want to learn. You are so thirsty for knowledge. You want to learn as much as you possibly can. And so you have that dichotomy in your personality. But because you have 3 planets in Virgo, I would suggest that it's the Virgo that always ends up winning and prevailing. And whatever it is that you do learn, you become extremely efficient at it. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have Leo rising. And again, the angles of your chart do point to a powerful emotional, personal change happening. For you, it'll be around February 9th. Okay.
February 9th?
Around February 9th, because we're having an eclipse that is exactly conjunct your ascendant on that date. So in the days around that time, there will be a major event in your life, again, having to do with relationships. And I say relationships because it's the 1st house and the 7th house that is active during this time. There could be sudden developments for you because, and Uranus is on your ascendant. And if you were listening before when we were talking about Uranus, this is the wild card planet. Unexpected changes. You have Uranus right on your ascendant, which tells me that you are something of a revolutionary soul. There's something rebellious about you, something innovative, progressive. This is the stamp of a genius. This is an Albert Einstein type of a stamp, okay, where you have an inventive mind. However, you also have a part of your personality that's very unpredictable. And for all of that efficient, organized, practical Virgo energy that you have with Uranus on your ascendant, I wonder if people can't quite get a handle on you where they can't predict what your next move will be.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, these eclipses can mark an unexpected emotional change in yourself, in your personality, that will again affect relationships. Did you have any specific question that you wanted answered?
Well, I wanted to ask the same question last week when I called Carmen, but since I was off the topic, I asked only one question. Actually, it was regarding the future of my wife's and mine. We have a business together, and I wanted to know if this business is going to work or not. So
you are business partners with your wife?
Yeah.
Is there another business partner, or it's just the two of you?
No, just the two of us.
Okay.
Do you need my wife's birthday?
No, I don't think that we would have the time for me to go into all of that because I'd have to go back and forth. I could see from your chart that there is going to be some type of ending in a relationship, and I don't want to say that it's because the business will fail. I think that there's going to be some kind of a change and something unexpected, some wild card aspect will be thrown your way, and there's going to be a change to this business. I'm assuming that it hasn't been going as well as you had hoped.
That's right.
And
that's the reason I am asking.
I hate giving anyone bad news, because just because I see something that marks an ending, it doesn't mean it's bad. An ending simply means another door opens. Okay? So you will have to take all of your Uranian energy and really think outside of the box and come up with a way to get yourself. I think the problem is you need some kind of cash infusion. You need an investment. You need money to invest into this business.
Right.
And
yeah, you need to bring this business back to life, you know?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing the money difficulties that really are going to be happening for you at the end of January into February, and it will be challenging. It will be challenging. However, you do have the potential, if you look, to get a what do they call, like a silent investor, somebody behind the scenes who could help you. Okay, and I don't know if you have someone in mind when I say this, but there is the potential for someone it's behind the scenes. It wouldn't be obvious, and you can look to this person for some financial help. And after that, the business, if the business survives, I will tell you this: if the business does survive past February, and you make it until August, which would be August 2009. If the business makes it until then, it will turn around by August, for sure.
And it's interesting that numerologically, it's a karmic year. The very moment you reach September, you're moving into a different year when you can free yourself from the burden of the last 5 years, moving your life in a different direction emotionally and financially. So in other words, there is a little bit of a hard time right now, the challenge is now, but if you survive, it's all about, you're in a time of survival, you know, and finding new ways, you know, and changing this business around. Either that you bring a partner, or either then you find a different source of money, or you restructure the whole concept of business. But the very moment you reach the fall of 2009, so here numerology coincides perfectly with astrology, showing the same thing for you.
Yes.
But I personally think you will survive this.
Can I add something else to this for you?
Sure.
Your wife, who is your business partner, and I'm not saying that this is a negative partnership in any way, but Neptune, which is the planet of illusion, this delusion, and it's where you're so idealistic, you can be visionary, but you could also fool yourself. Right now, you're under a very heavy influence, your wife is, with Neptune, where I do not think she's making the best decisions for your business. And
Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I just want to tell you that you also want to see the best in your wife, okay? But from my perspective, it is possible that your wife is being a little too optimistic and not as realistic as you need to be from a business perspective. So if you can have a conversation about what it is specifically in the business where she may be fooling herself, and where you might be trying too hard to believe in her and her hopefulness, that you're both missing the bigger picture, because you can save this, but you have to get through the difficulties in January and February. And the only way to do it is to really wake up and be realistic, okay?
Can you be more specific about this, I don't know, event in February or next year?
Well, I just think that you need a cash infusion. You have to find somebody to invest in this business, or give you a loan, or to give you some kind of bring it back to life, okay? And I do see that it's very possible that your business partner, who happens to be your wife in this case, is being so hopeful that she's wearing rose-colored glasses and not seeing what's in black and white in front of her. And perhaps because she is your wife, you don't want to see it either, or you want to believe her when she says this will be okay, or don't worry about this. Okay, I can't give you the specific details of what's going on. All I could tell you are the themes that I'm seeing based on your birth chart. And then you have to connect the dots in your reality.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Okay, my dear. So call us, let's talk again in a little bit, a month or 2, 3 from now, and see where you are, because I hope that this information is going to help you.
All right.
Rethink the whole business plan.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling the show.
Take care.
Thank you very much for your help.
Okay, my dear. Such a pleasure. And for all of you listening,